Hi there, this is Tim from Sim Central with a video on the Sim Gaming Expo that took place in Schaumburg, Illinois this past weekend. First of all, the location is great. I live locally, less than an hour away, so of course I would say that. But I've been there before for different events, and there's food, drinks, toilets, plenty of spaces to park your car, and it was easy to get to no matter which direction you came from, being very close to the airport and major roadways. The space can expand as the show gets bigger, and I hope they'll stay there in the same location for a while. I was really happy to see major brands attending like Corsair, who now own Fanatec, SimLab, Husingveld, SimuCube, Gomez Sim Industries, SimCraft, Cube Controls, and a number of others. On the software side, iRacing owned the show and were being run by the majority of hardware vendors, but also they had multiple 30 plus driver races that they broadcast from the site. Other sims I saw were Assetto Corsa on a number of rigs, what I believe was Dirt Rally 2, Le Mans Ultimate, and Straight4's Project Motor Racing being run first party by people from the publisher Giant Software. Turtle Beach were running all sorts of different software, including a lot of flight sims. This is the Gaming Expo, after all. With that said, it is important to note that the show could have done with some more space sims, flight sims, and applicable hardware to flesh things out for the non-sim racing attendees a little bit, because while there were some impressive rigs and cockpit instrument panels, the show was very sim racing centric. There were genuinely a lot of motion rigs when I consider that just a couple of weeks ago my daughter spent something like $30 for an hour at a fairground carnival. Being able to pay admission and then ride these ultra advanced racing sims for hours on end without paying anything extra seems like decent value to me. Then, of course, there's the opportunity to get hands-on with a potential purchase, something that I see the benefit of with the new Husingveld wheel rim, which at first glance might not look the part to some people. However, getting to experience some other brands, feeling the ridges I hate so much that dig into the palm of my hands on a long stint, I began to see just how much work they put into their ultra comfortable design. That kind of access genuinely makes a difference. I got to meet folks that I've known online for decades, but not to downplay that. I think the most enjoyable couple of hours were spent talking to Dave Kamer, my old boss and founder of both Papyrus and iRacing, about old sims. Between that discussion and George, the operator of the expo, asking, I've been persuaded to run a retro sim racing stand for them next year with displays of old game boxes, old media, because this isn't just a save icon, old trailers playing on a loop, static images showing advancements in graphics, physics, weather, but more importantly, some actual old PCs running actual old PC simulations. There's a ton of rolling demos I can leave running all day, but I would love to also bring along my old wheels and hook them up for people to actually experience what some of us grew up with. I'll even try to bring along some of my old submarine and flight simulation games to cover all the bases so the non-sim racing crowd won't feel so left out. I think that will be great. I hope to see some of you there next year. Thanks. Bye.